Welcome back to my channel. My name is Demia and I am Dear Demia. So I had someone ask me, here's the question. Dear Demia, my weight has been up and down for about 10 years. I have a pretty unhealthy relationship with food. I eat too much too often and all of the things. I believe I may have an eating disorder. Do you have any suggestions on how I can gain control over my eating habits? Okay. So, first things first, let me just say that I'm not a doctor. So please take any advice that I give with a grain of salt and with also doing your own research. I do not claim to know anything about weight loss magically or anything like that. I just know what has worked for me and what I feel has helped me in losing weight, but also fixing my relationship with food. So I'm going to do my best to answer this question. And yeah, so I've got 10 tips and I guess we'll just get to it. Tip number 1 is to go to the doctor. I cannot stress this enough. I think that so many people think that it's easy peasy to lose weight and you can just do it if you put your mind to it, but that's not always the case. Sometimes, you have thyroid issues, or you have, is it PCOS, or you have, stress disorder, or, there's just something underlying that you have no idea about that is happening and occurring within your body. You need to get a handle on. So I think that before you decide to do any type of drastic diet or health plan or working out or anything like that, you need to talk to your doctor so that you know where you're at. You need to have a physical so you know where you're at. You need to be completely honest so you know where you're at and they know where you're at. Because when they ask you the question, so how many alcoholic beverages do you have in a week? I know I lied. I used to lie all the time. It's like, oh,
5 to the power of 2.
So just make sure you go to the doctor, you're honest with your doctor. Your doctor is there to help you and to guide you and to achieve the results that you're wanting to achieve. So that is step number 1. Go seek a doctor. Personally, I'm not a big fan of diets. I don't believe in diets. I do say that I'm on keto, but honestly, it's like the laziest, most loosely based keto ever. I think for me, it's about developing healthy eating habits that will guide me and sustain me throughout the rest of my life. I find that when someone is, let's say, on a low calorie diet or a no carb diet, and they're like, I can't eat carbs, I can't eat this, I can't do that, eventually you're gonna crack. There's gonna be a piece of triple layer chocolate cake that's gonna walk past you and the aroma will waft and it'll go up through your nostrils and you will lose all control, and not only will you eat that piece of cake, but you'll eat the whole dang thing. And no. I believe that at the end of the day, you do need every single type of food. You need carbs, you need sugars, you need fats, especially women, because we are built differently than men. We carry the children, we birth the babies. We need extra things in our system so that we can sustain ourselves. So personally, I think that diets are not a good idea because they also are very restrictive. They tell you what you can't do, what you shouldn't do, what you won't do. And that's not fun. And tell someone no enough, you just place it out of reach and then they just want it that much more. So no diets, it's about healthy habits. find a support network. I personally, eating a healthier diet isn't that, I don't want to say hard for me, but it's easier for me because I have a lot of women in my life who are very healthy, who, you know, do all of the things. They drink all the water, they exercise, they take care of their bodies. They're very aware of who they are. So for me to jump on that train with them is easy because they're there supporting me. And while they may not push me to do anything that I don't want to do, they are definitely there to support me and to give me ideas and strategies as to how to take better care of my body. Yeah, so I think a support system is really great. And also it's, I don't want to say accountability, but it is accountability. You know, if I go out and I eat an entire extra large pizza and I don't tell anybody, but I'm embarrassed about it, that's just a shame spiral. It's no bueno. It's no good. But if that happens and I tell my best friend about it and she's like, you know what, it happened, but we're just going to get back on the horse and we're just going to do better tomorrow. You know what I mean? I think that's very, very important to have people who are cheering you on and wanting to see you do better. Yeah, so that's important. A support system is very, very important. And if you do not have a support system, subscribe to my channel. I am doing my 6 months to 40 and fantastic. I think that's what I've called it. And I am definitely in need of a support system, which is this YouTube family. And if you need someone to help keep you accountable, let me know in the comments below. And honestly, I'll check up on you. I will, check in on you. I will cheer you on when you're doing great. And I will be there to listen when you need someone to, to talk to. Yeah, so do that. Subscribe, like this video, all that fun stuff. Next, sleep. I cannot stress this enough. Your body cannot function if it is not getting enough sleep. And I think for me, this is one of the biggest downfalls I have because I have horrible sleeping patterns. So I do not sleep well. And I notice that when I don't sleep well, I'm crankier, I'm less motivated, I don't care very much. And also my body's just not it's not firing on all cylinders. So sleep is very, very important to running a healthy selves. Make sure that you get enough sleep, because if you don't get enough sleep, you cannot function. Your body cannot do what it needs to do to metabolize the food in your system. So, yeah. Next, I'd say consistency is key. Know that you're not going to see a dramatic change overnight. It's impossible. And if it happens, you are definitely not doing something right. You are definitely doing something wrong. You are not being healthy, and it will catch up to you. It's just no bueno. It's no good. If you decide that you're going to, I don't know, maybe, okay, let's use the low carb model of eating. You decide that you're going to do low carb for a while, and like a week goes by and you have noticed little to no change. Don't then go to Krispy Kreme and order like 2 things of donuts and mow on them in your car, because you're going to feel like crap. You're going to feel like garbage, like internally, like physically, because your body that's just gross. That's disgusting to shock your body with all that sugar. Secondly, emotionally and mentally, you're going to beat yourself up about it. And, you may be like, you know what, I'm gonna give up. This doesn't work. This is for the birds. Well, I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day. And if we're talking weight gain, you didn't gain that weight overnight. So just be consistent. Again, it's about building these habits. So build the habits, okay? However, on that note, one thing I have learned is to not deprive yourself of anything. Like for me, like salt, I'm a savory person. I love potato chips. I love salty snacks, stuff like that. So for me, if I want some chips, I'm going to have a couple chips. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm definitely going to have like maybe a small handful. So like, that's like maybe 10, 15 chips. And then you know what? And then that craving is satiated. I don't want it anymore. And to do that every once in a while is okay. Again, this is having a small handful of chips as opposed to no, and then cracking and then having a family-sized bag of Doritos with cheese dust all over your face and you just wondering what went wrong in your life. No. If you want to have like a couple, like 1 or 2 chips isn't going to hurt you. 1 small peanut butter cup is not going to hurt you. But again, not every single day, not every single time you feel the whim. Like, just small. Don't deprive yourself, but no balance. Balance is key. Okay, so this, I don't want to say it's a trigger warning for anybody, or it may be, this may be a trigger. But weighing yourself. I personally, I don't have a really great relationship with the scale. Whereas when I used to do dieting, I used to weigh myself 3 times a day. I used to weigh myself when I woke up in the morning. I used to weigh myself like after my first meal. And then I used to weigh myself before I went to bed. That is so not healthy. All it does is it makes you obsess about the number on a scale. And the thing is, when it comes to losing weight and being healthy, it's so much more than that number on the scale. So I had to tell myself, and honestly, for the first, I'd say month, I had to write in my day timer what days I was going to weigh myself. So once a week, I would weigh myself. Monday morning, when I got up, after I showered, I would weigh myself. That's it. That's all. And as much as I might want to weigh myself, we didn't do it any more than that because you can't obsess about that number on the scale. It's not healthy. So don't do it. That being said, accountability is key. So again, not to an extreme, but if you want to weigh yourself, like let's say whatever works for you, once a month, once every 2 weeks, once a week, if that works for you, I wouldn't suggest doing more than that. I mean, weighing yourself every day is just, to me, it's very silly because your weight fluctuates so much during a day that it makes no sense, and all it's going to do is drive you crazy. So if you need to, if this is something that triggers you, I would write it down and stick to that. It was something in my head I needed to turn on, but it's better for my mental health that I tell myself, you know what, Demia, you weigh yourself every Monday. Even if you indulge, even if you cheat, even if you whatever, even if you think you're doing really well, don't weigh yourself. Just every Monday, consistency. Again, it's these habits. So that's the next thing. Okay, food. This is really important. Meal prep. If you are someone who craves that consistency, meal prep is key. Because what it does is it eliminates all I don't want to say temptation, but thought. It removes all thought. Like the what am I having for dinner question never comes up. There is never a, oh, well, I'm too tired to make something. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna do DoorDash. I'm just gonna do Uber Eats. I'm just gonna do Postmates. I'm just gonna, no, sweetheart. Your food is in the fridge and she is ready for you. All you have to do is either put it in the oven, put it in the air fryer, put it in the microwave, do whatever you need to do. It is ready for you. Take all the thought out of these decisions that you need to make. Have your food ready to go. Yeah, I think that is so important. Personally, I hate eating the same thing over and over and over and over again. So I will write out what I'm gonna have, and I'll make sure that I have the ingredients, and I will prep the night prior for that day. So like, let's say it's Tuesday night's dinner, I'll make it on Monday. And it might be different every day, but it's done and it's ready for when I am hungry. Because when you're hungry, that is not the time for you to be deciding, what should I eat? What should I eat? Don't do it. Okay, next we're going to talk about working out. And when it comes to working out, there's two schools of thought. Either you mix it up and you do something different all of the time. If you need to change it up and that's what works for you, that's what you do. Or you do the same thing every single day because it's brainless, it's mindless, and it's part of your repetitive nature. Doing something that just keeps you, like, if it's half an hour on the treadmill and that's what's good for you and it's kind of like your self-care and your stress relief, then do that. But if routine becomes monotonous for you, switch it up. Go to a boxing class one day, do cardio the next day, do some yoga another day. Just always change it up. Figure out which one of these schools you belong to and do that. Whatever works for you, follow that. Yeah. Another thing is do things that make you happy. I think that when you're happy and you're less stressed, you tend to lose weight easier because you're not so focused on it. So yeah, go out with your friends, hang out, go for hikes, go for walks, take yoga lessons, pet a dog, do the things that make you happy, that bring joy to your heart, because it's those things that will give you the motivation to want to become a better person, want to work harder, want to better your life. I personally believe that to be true. And that's just not about weight loss, that's about everything in general. So definitely do things that make you happy. Okay, I have one more tip, one more thing to say. And I think that this is the most important thing. No matter where you are on your weight loss journey or your health journey, remember that you're human. Remember that we all stumble, we all fall short of our goals. And at the end of the day, do not beat yourself up about this. You're doing the best that you can. And as long as you're doing the best that you can, you're in the right direction. Again, if you need any support, if you need any help, if you just want someone to commiserate with or want encouragement or support, shoot me a message in the comments. I would be more than happy to answer any questions or anything that you might have. Again, please subscribe to my channel. We are on the road to 1K. Comment, like, share this video with a friend if you know someone who's, maybe struggling with, I don't even know, like body issues or eating issues or healthy eating issues, or if there's something that you want me to talk about, just drop it in the comments, share it, like it, spread the word. My name is Demia. And I think that's all we have today. Just remember, you're not alone. I'm here. You're here. We're developing this amazing community, and you have got a friend in me. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.